Hi, this is Alpha Master Pimp, Sir Easy, Hafiz, and I'm an active dominant in some adult lifestyle stuff. Um, and every now and then I do these little recaps, these vlogs, just to get a lot of things off my head. And if it relates to people, cool. If it don't, cool. Um, uh, I'm impressed with our evolution as a people. Um, I am a Washingtonian. I kind of live in America. I'm a former Marine. I'm uh, from the lineage of even slave blood and a lot of other things. And I guess you would know that I'm also black by now. And I'm I'm just fine as a person. And I know a lot of times when you see these blogs, most people usually are talking about how they're not. I'm feeling kind of up in my feelings because I'm not. Well, this is not one of those blogs or vlogs, as I said. Um, what this is kind of a recap into, I would say, the report as of how life in my world has really honestly changed, shifted. Um, this is 2010, and we're hot and heavy into it. I mean, we're into the fourth month already. So basically, it's like for the past 15, 20 years, we've all had this kind of animosity between our basic life and lifestyles and our government and our politics and how all these things kind of stressed us. And here we stand here in, what is this, April? And in the process of that, um, a lot of people aren't quite noticing that there's a lot more people that are on that upper metaphysical level that are finding that life is working out just fine according to this new time. Now, what I mean by that is the earth kind of like is our um, biological clock. Now, we also work off of Swiss timing or whatnot, but we're talking about like biorhythms and energies and things like that, that natural instinct, that natural clock in your head. Well, the polarities of this earth are shifting, and with it, it's starting to feel like a lot of people who are formerly diagnosed as bipolar are now starting to find out that some of their other strange polarities now are seeming to be aligned more so. And so your clock on your watch on your arm doesn't work very well, but you're starting to be more aware of the time. Um, a lot of us are still having this culture shock as a country, as a county, as a city, as a neighborhood, as people, grown people, trying to get past other people, without having getting into their head. And now it's the world is something more different, and it's really going through some massive changes. I mean, from earthquakes to to hurricanes to you know what is that earthquake and tornado and what volcano? Yeah, I mean, who would think that dust could shut down half of the world? Um, while a lot of people keep playing with this, oh Lord, it's the end of the world, you better get prayed up. Well, I think it's a little too late for you to not be aware that if you're um, alive right now, then instinctively you're probably more prepared for what's coming than you're prepared to expect it. But this is about me too, and how I view a lot of things that's out there. And I've noticed that in a lot of cases, it's really hard to live your life day to day, especially in this new day when we're living a new metaphysical math, which means that even your faith, which is built on a certain basic math, 1 and 1 is 2, this, that, and the other, now is starting to become a little unstable to deal with. And blind faith is really not easy for the blind. So, for those who think they can see, it's still just a mystery. This is just getting some things off my head, because I've had a very interesting evolutional time since the last time that I decided to have these little vlogs. And the relationship dynamic that I'm living with other people has evolved positively too, and it hasn't been easy, not one day. And I'm not going to say that there's never a day that I have a clue as to how we're going to make it within this dynamic and how this dynamic is going to evolve. But I'm starting to learn a new faith. I'm starting to learn a new discipline, and I'm starting to attempt to explain it or teach it to those close to me as well. People say God's in control, and it doesn't matter what God you're into. That feeling that it's like the expression of a baptism is only to actually gauge how well are you willing to place your hands in the hands of whom you are to be baptized under. Because the actual act is something that, if you're deeply into your faith, then you lose lack of fear of not being able to breathe once your body is immersed underwater, or not having to worry about if you're going to be pulled back up, or not having to think that someone is not going to have your back. Because if you're trying to elevate your spirituality, then that means you have to elevate your faith. And these things are something they're starting to change, even as a lot of the world is changing, and a lot of people are trying to stay in a bit of denial. Oh, I don't want to believe that the world is changing and shifting and doing some strange things, but it is, and so are we. And when you're trying to live with more than yourself, it's hard enough trying to evolve for yourself. But to evolve for others is an interesting task, because it's hard to keep people up to speed when you're still trying to catch up with the time. And time is changing. It's not the same. It's very unstable right now. And it's unstable in the world as well as it is in your mind. And all we've got is this little more time within this change to really work with this change. I'm not sure if any of you are quite understanding where I'm going with this. Maybe a lot of you probably aren't feeling that you're evolving at all. Maybe some of you are still stuck in this new world order kind of fear. Well, I think it's all here, and there's nothing to fear but change. And it's not the major change, it's the subtle change. And I've been pretty impressed with the way that my universe has been able to allow me to change with it. I'm Alpha Master Pimp So Easy, active dominant in the BDSM mind lifestyle, polydominant, into some upper metaphysical evolutionary things, a Sufi master, and just a brother that's trying to make a difference.